guys. Hi guys, how it going? So guys, I was just sorry for making you wait. Obviously there was stuff going on, I had to wait, but something annoying just happened. Anyway, defending Elvis Presley fans want the truth. I was messaging all you guys to go live, and then suddenly my Facebook account had a block. I thought, that's weird. Why has my Facebook account suddenly stopped working? So something's been hacked in my Facebook, and so they blocked it for 24 hours. I have no idea why. I have no idea. All I was doing was messaging you guys, telling you guys I'm live. That's all that happened. So I'm not sure what's happening, why they've done that. It's just very strange. Obviously, it doesn't affect what we do here, but it's how I message you guys. So what you'll find, I can click on your names. If you look, let me just show you. I can click on a name. Say if I click on defending Elvis Presley, and so look, if you look, guys, I can click on your name, but then it doesn't let me comment. Yeah, but the thing is, I've just been chatting now for ages with and I sent about 20 messages to you guys, so I have no idea. I have no idea why that's happened. It's annoying because it means I cannot tell you guys when I'm going live for 24 hours. What I'm probably going to do is set up a new Facebook account. I just don't understand why that's happened. I just find that strange. So let me just see. I wonder if it lets me. So obviously we've got defending Elvis Presley. Yeah, you won't be able to get on the chat now. So let's see if I can post on defending Elvis Presley. I'm just going to say hello. No, it's not letting me post. See, look, if you look, it actually says for how long. It says I'm restricted till 3:30 in the morning tomorrow. Look, guys, I have no idea why that has happened. So bloody trolls, innit? It's trolls, innit? It's trolls hacking my account. I have appealed it. I have appealed it and said I have told them that I've done nothing and appealed it, but oh well. Anyway, guys, sorry to be distracted by that. So it's cold. It's cold in the UK. Yeah, but Josie reported me for what? There's nothing to report. So what I am going to do, I'm going to set up, let me just top up my copy. I'm going to set up a separate Facebook account. Guys, I'm going to set up a separate Facebook account as a backup on a different email, and we'll just do that. So obviously I will make that the new Facebook account. I'm going to make it very private. I will be very careful with anyone that friend requests. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do that after we come off here. Yeah. So anyway, guys, I've been speaking to Stefan. Right, I just want to warn you guys, this is going to be a long live. This is not a 10-minute live. I've been speaking to Stefan, and obviously many of you were there. We had this amazing podcast live interview, call it what you want, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Stefan, if you're watching now, I hope you are. My Facebook account has been frozen for 24 hours, which I don't understand why. We were just chatting, weren't we? Me and Stefan were chatting. We had a lovely chat about the Beatles, about Elvis, about many other things, the Beach Boys, Pete Best from the Beatles, and the Ramones, and just many different topics. Me and Stefan have a lot in common, a lot. Like even our birthday We're the same age. We got a day apart on our birthday. So many things we have in common. And I just want to show you his, let me just get it up, guys. I want to show you his, so you can subscribe to him. I mean, he really does have a great channel. It covers all the music, 50s, 60s music, like brilliantly. And the amount of interviews that Stefan is doing is just brilliant. Just like, I'm really impressed with Stefan. He's done some fantastic interviews, like with some very well-known, very famous legends, some of them. Yeah. So I just want to quickly show you his channel. Obviously, we met with funny circumstances because we were reviewing his interview with Mike Stone, all to do with Mike Stone's book release. I do have strong views about the book. I personally don't think Mike Stone should be releasing a book and using Lisa's name, Elvis's name, and using even Priscilla's, to be honest with you, because I just think Mike Stone needs to stand up on his own 2 feet as a karate champion and the life that he's led. I don't agree with him trying to live off the fact that he was part of the reason that Elvis and Priscilla broke up, took Lisa away from Elvis. I just think the fans are obviously upset, have been upset for like 50 years. So I just think he's stirring the pot a bit. And I just think it upsets the fans even more that he's releasing a book, and a part of that book is to do with Lisa, to do with Priscilla, to do with Elvis. I just think, let it go. Leave it behind you. That's what I think. Now, I must say this, because all these things happened 50 years ago, yeah, 1970, 71, yeah, he's been punished. He's had a lot of hate. He's had I think he's had quite a turbulent life because of having that short relationship with Priscilla. Was it 4.5 years? I actually feel that Mike Stone was used by Priscilla. Honestly, I think he was used. I think she dropped him like a rock when she had a use of him. I personally feel a big part of the reason that she used him was for revenge. For revenge. I also think she fancied the pants off him. She made a plan. Priscilla made a plan. Now, please remember, I don't hate Priscilla, but I want to expose Priscilla, her wrongdoing to Elvis and Lisa, so I can defend the bloodline. So this isn't hate. I don't come from hate. I come from love. But we have to expose the truth to defend Elvis and clear his name, to defend Lisa, clear her name, even to defend Riley with what went on with Priscilla trying to change the outcome of who inherited Graceland, etc. So, hi, Stefan. Stefan, can I just say to you, thanks for joining us. As soon as I got off the Facebook chat with you, they bloody froze my Facebook for 24 hours. And I don't understand why. So, Stefan, I can't talk to you on Facebook. It's only 24 hours. Can everyone say hello to Stefan, please? I don't get it. We do get trolls, though, Stefan. We have had a problem with trolls quite a lot. I don't know if you know the history, Stefan, but we've had some pretty nasty stuff happen up to our channel from some quite nasty people, and it's not one or two, it's quite a few. So that we do get, yeah, only for 24 hours, Stefan, so please don't worry. Stefan, can I ask you, are you on WhatsApp? Are you on WhatsApp? Here's my UK number, Stefan. Yeah, I think we'll talk to each other on that. So you've got my number there. If you message me on that, then we keep in contact no matter what. I'm going to set up another Facebook as a backup, just as a backup. This has never happened to me before. Yeah, brilliant. So, Stefan, we are going to play our interview. We are going to go through it with Mike Stone. So this is what I was trying to say about I think I've already made this clear to Stefan. By the way, everyone say hello to Stefan. He's such a lovely guy. I love his YouTube channel. I really like it. I've been going through lots of different videos that Stefan has made. He's good friends with the Ramones. He's friends with the Stray Cats. He's obviously an obsessive Beatles fan, definitely. I don't blame him. And the Beach Boys, etc. He's made friends with many of these people. He's interviewed many of these people. His channel is amazing. I love your channel, Stefan. And actually, you've got 17,000 subscribers, but I actually think your channel has the possibility of getting 100,000 subscribers. I really think your channel is up there. It's like one of the best. One of the best. I spent a lot of time watching it last night when I went to bed. You got a great channel, my friend. So anyway, back to it's just credit where credit's due. You know, me, I'm just a guy at home in his kitchen. People, I'm known for doing my channel, doing my defending Elvis from home. People are used to that. That's what they've grown to like. So even though I'm just in my silly kitchen, I've got my dogs with me who are going to bark in a minute. Yeah, I know you've got a dog, Stefan, because on one of your interviews, your dog started barking. Yeah. Even though I do it in the kitchen, or I go for dog walks, doing live streams, or I do it in the lounge, people sort of expect that from me, so I can get away with it. I'm a bit lucky. Yeah. So as I was saying, with the Mike Stone and Priscilla thing, I want to make sure that you guys understand I am not coming from hate. I do not hate Priscilla. I do not hate Mike Stone. I will expose Priscilla for the wrongdoing. Of course, I'm very upset with Priscilla. She's done so much damage to Elvis's image and reputation. So I would always expose Priscilla, the Memphis Mafia, Dr. Nick, anything that I think is unfair, like certain books, like this book here is obviously was very, very cruel to Elvis. You know, with Red West, Sonny West, Dave Hebler. I don't hate them. Dave Hebler's still alive. I don't hate Dave Hebler. He's been punished enough. It happened 50 years ago. It's just I want to expose the wrongdoing. The thing that I always do ask, is that these people show regret and say sorry to the fans, to Elvis, to Lisa. I do want that, because I think all of us as older people, obviously I'm 57, many of you are in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I just think you can look back on your life and go, I messed up. I made a mistake. That was wrong. Now, I did think on Stefan's interview, hi, Colin. I did think on Stefan's interview that right at the end of the interview, there was some signs of regret. There was some almost an apology. He did say, I hurt some people. I did watch, Stefan, I did watch part 2 of your interview this morning. And in that, he does show signs of regret. Now, I think he's a very proud man. I also think he's a very stubborn man. And I think that deep down, tell me if you agree or not, Stefan, I actually think deep down, he does regret it. And I do think he's sad about the hurt he caused Frances Stone, his wife at the time, his unborn child, and his small daughter. I have no idea if he's still in contact with them, but I actually believe, don't worry, I'll be straight, Stefan. I actually believe deep down Mike Stone does regret his behavior. Now, the thing about him meeting Priscilla, having sex with her, I get it. Yeah? But you don't leave your wife, you don't leave your unborn child, you don't leave your small girl. And this is the mess up this is where we need the apology to the fans. I actually think if Mike Stone wants to build bridges with the Elvis fans, the Elvis community, and there's millions, he needs to say sorry. He needs to show regret. I really believe that. Yeah, he hyped the guru, and you mentioned the guru stuff. I completely understand spiritualism. I understand that how can I say it? The law of attraction, yeah, energy and how it vibrates. So I understand all that stuff. I've done my research on that topic, but it's just an excuse, as you say, Stefan. He's saying that you say he hides behind the guru stuff. I agree. As soon as he starts mentioning all that stuff and using that as his excuse for the mistakes he made, you'll hear me say, that's bullshit, that's bullshit. But when he starts saying things like, do you know what? I made a mistake. She was a very beautiful woman, which he says on your show. One of the most beautiful women he'd ever met. In fact, the most beautiful woman he'd ever met. Mike Stone said that on your show. Yeah. As soon as he starts talking in that way, I'm like, secretly, he does regret it. I don't think we should punish Mike Stone. Mike Stone, if you ever watch this, I don't think you should be punished. There is one thing that Mike Stone does say. He says that people that are living in the past talking about things that happened 50 years ago and that I've hate for him, he sort of tries to dismiss it and say, because it happened so long ago, it takes away their right to be upset. Yeah, to want to make things right, to expect some kind of apology. I don't agree with that sentiment that Mike Stone says. The fact that it happened 50 years ago is irrelevant to me. We have to clear Elvis's name and defend Elvis. We have to expose the wrongdoing, and we expect an apology and some regret, to show regret, no matter how long ago it was. 1 month, 1 year, 50 years. Come on, say sorry. Yeah, even me, if I've done things in the past when I was a teenager, when I was in my 20s, I will apologize for it. Yeah, we all have to do that as grown-ups, as adults. Well, it doesn't matter what age we are. As we get older in life, come on, we've got to look back in the past and go, I messed up. I was different back then. Okay, so Mike Stone, I ask you to just do that. Please show regret properly. Really say it. Say sorry to the fans properly, and I think it will make a big difference to how you feel here in your heart. But I promise you, I don't hate you, Mike Stone. I won't call you names. I won't be rude to you. So, you get what I'm saying, guys. We come from love. Right, so I'm going to play there's two things I was going to do. I was going to play part 2 of Stefan's interview on his channel, Artists on Record. Yeah, please subscribe to it. But I don't have time for that. So what I'm going to do, I want to play our little podcast, our interview that we did, which was my first, by the way. I was put on the spot a bit. It was a bit nerve-wracking, but I also enjoyed it thoroughly. Yeah, because you know me, I'm up for a challenge. Yeah, if someone wants to speak to me, ask me questions about defending Elvis, about defending Lisa and the bloodline, I'm up for it. I'm up for it. You know, guys, I won't be, no matter how scary or nervous I felt, come on, let's do it. Let's bring it on. That is how I am as a person. Yeah, I don't back down to challenges. And it was a bit unexpected from Stefan to join our channel. I did tell Stefan we were doing a review. Didn't expect it. Yes, hearts. We need hearts. But I tell you what, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a great time. So I did quickly put something together. Let's get it up. Now we're gonna break into this a few times because we are doing a review. Ultimately, this is Stefan's interview. So Stefan, I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna play your interview, but off your show. Please subscribe to Stefan, by the way, at Artists on Record with Stefan Adika. Okay. I know this is your interview, Stefan, so I hope you don't mind that I'm going to play it. So I think we sort of have to, because I will say this, I have been inundated with positive messages about this interview, praising Stefan, praising, do you know what? I don't have a go at you on this bit. Stefan, this is our interview that we did. The bit I have a go at you on is the live stream. So if anyone wants to see how I have a go at Stefan, it's on the live stream. Okay, right. But Stefan, you've completely won me over. You've completely won me over. I'm on your side, mate. I'm on your side. Elvis Presley on YouTube. We were doing a review, a reaction to an interview with Mike Stone, a very recent interview, only a few days ago. Mike Stone was promoting his book, and quite an honest interview. Obviously, we come from the point of view of defending Elvis and Lisa Marie and the bloodline. Stefan at Artist Records on YouTube. He's got a great YouTube channel, Artist Records. Stefan, a great guy. Now, we were discussing Mike Stone and Stefan's interview, and unfortunately for Stefan, I had to intervene and just give my quite strong point of view that some of the things Stefan said I thought were a bit unfair to Elvis. And Stefan joined our live stream, invited me to join his show, his fantastic show on his YouTube channel. And we ended up becoming friends and having a brilliant chat. And there's going to be a part 2. I'll be joining his show soon, and he'll be doing a book giveaway as well. So I think we found a friend of defending Elvis Presley. I've got the interview here. We're discussing Mike Stone, of course, and many other things. I hope you enjoy it. This is obviously Stefan's show, so please enjoy it.
Yay, come on, Stefan.
Welcome, everybody, to Artist on Record, your ultimate intimate conversation with your favorite artist. Right now, I have on the hot seat an the Elvis guy. I got things on my face. He loves Elvis. He has a YouTube channel. We're going to meet him, and we're going to subscribe to his channel.
Yeah,
and hopefully his people come to my channel. I am Stefan. You guys are beautiful. This is very rare. Who knows what God. Welcome, Louis, from somewhere in England, London. I don't know, but he's there. He has a great accent. So check him out. Louis, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. I am Louis. It's defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. And me with Team Elvis. We've got thousands of subscribers. We come together every day and we defend Elvis Presley because we feel that Elvis's image and reputation has been ruined by lies, from many different people.
So I'm going to comment every now and then, just so the premise of what happened. I've told Stefan I'm going to review his Mike Stone interview. I've been pretty hard on Stefan. There was a comment that he said where he said that Elvis fame had gone to his head. Yeah. That made me react. I wasn't very nice. So Stefan, the Team Elvis here can give you some grief now because of that comment. Let's keep going.
Fortunately, one of them is Priscilla Presley. We don't come from hate, we come from love. There's no hate. No. We have strong opinions. We want to expose the truth to defend Elvis and Lisa Marie and the bloodline.
I like that, Louis. Louis, it's nice to meet you. Okay, really quick, for my viewers, I'm going to do something. What is the name of your channel? And I'm going to put a link when this is over so they get a hyperlink. They'll click to you. What is your channel for Elvis fans?
We are called Defending Elvis Presley.
Defending Elvis Presley on YouTube,
yeah, that's the name of our YouTube channel. And we're on TikTok and Instagram as well.
You know what? I like the debate. And I wish I knew we were going to do this because I've been more prepared and we can make it look better. We could do it again if this goes well.
Part 1.
Part 1. Okay, check it out.
That's true.
My name is Stefan. My channel is Artist on Record. Okay, my last name Adika. It's a very nice channel, and it's all about music from the 60s to the 50s, 60s, everything up to the 90s. I just had Dion DiMucci on my show. You know Dion from Dion and the Belmonts?
We love Dion.
Yes, I know Dion. Yeah, we play I've played some of his music. I'm into 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Yeah.
We'll get along good.
I was a DJ for 26 years. Yeah.
Right on. Okay. So how I met you, Louis, is I interview people, mostly musicians. I was a musician. I used to play with guys from Guns N' Roses, played with the guy from the Ramones, but I do this channel now. Okay. So really quick, I happen to have, in the past for Elvis fans, had Billy Stanley on the show. I had Mindy Miller, who was kind of...
I know Mindy.
Mindy, really nice
friends
people.
with Mindy.
Mindy's been on our show.
I speak to her all the time. So Lovely. I had Steve Binder on the show.
Yeah, I know Steve Binder.
Okay, so I just happened to have Mike Stone.
Yeah,
and
I have spoken to Mike Stone before.
You did? Okay.
I've messaged him on Facebook, and he has replied to me.
He has replied. He's very good like that. So to be clear, I don't know what you were saying about the channel, but I did 2 interviews with Mike. One that supposedly we had a scrap because Mike didn't like some of the stuff on it.
Yeah, he is defensive. He is.
He's very careful with his words. So respectfully, what I did a different interview, which you saw. But when I did that interview, I was in a rush because I had to go get my kid. Okay, so I was a little soft on some of the questions. I'll tell you why. Yeah. Because when you're dealing with a situation like this and a man like Mike who's been attacked, you can't go so hard because he won't open up to you.
I agree. I agree. I have watched all of his recent interviews. I have watched half of your part 2. This is the other one that doesn't show his face. It's more of just a vocal interview. And I was going to play the second part tonight, but because it's so late in England, I thought I'll make it a part 2 and I'll do part 2 tomorrow.
Go ahead.
So I do understand that the interview that I played just now for Team Elvis, because they're called Team Elvis, was only about 6.5 minutes long. So I know that was a shortened version of your longer version. So is there another part to come out?
There is tomorrow. I got about 30 minutes coming out 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with video, not just audio. Now, really quick, before we go,
just so you know, guys, I am going to be playing the part 2, and we're going to review it. We're going to play it together. I'm going to so that we can discuss it as well. And so just so you understand, this is my opinion on, the comment that Stefan said about that he felt Elvis that fame had gone to his head. Stefan did explain it a bit. He said that Stefan grew up around famous people. He said it's not unusual for famous people to have a big ego, to be a bit cocky, a bit sure of themselves. So I understand what Stefan was saying. Even when I was DJing for 26 years, you do feel big, larger than life. You do feel important. But the thing I was trying to say to Stefan is Elvis wasn't like that. He wasn't your typical person that was big-headed, cocky, and thought a lot of himself. Elvis, when you understand him as a human being, as a person, as his heart, his soul, obviously his Christian upbringing, but even Jewish upbringing, it's all the same to me, because Elvis believed in many of the things that Jewish people believe. We knew that his necklaces kept his options open on his beliefs, religious beliefs. But my point is this: when you understand the man Elvis Presley, you start to realize Elvis, nothing went to his head. Nothing went to his head. Yes, he was surrounded by yes people. Yes, he liked things done his way, but he still was a very humble, down-to-earth man that treated everyone in a special, gentle way, whether it be his cook, his cleaner, whether it be the Memphis Mafia, whether it be the guy on the gates, Uncle Vesta. Elvis treated everyone with pure kindness. He never looked down on people. He always looked at people as equals. Of course, he was the least racist man you would ever know. Color didn't even cross Elvis's mind. Everyone was the same, when you really understand just how kind Elvis was, even when he first became famous, where he just felt he wanted to give all his money away to charity, to help charities, to strangers. He wanted to buy everyone cars. He obviously bought homes for certain people, like even his cook. He was extremely generous to his nurses, to his doctor. You name it, Elvis was very kind and down to earth. So my point is, the one thing that was clearly wrong that Stefan said was about that he felt fame had gone to Elvis's head. But I also understand what Stefan was trying to say. He was trying to say that when you are in the spotlight like that and you're very successful and everything is doing well, it inflates your ego. So I get that point. But I just don't think Elvis was one of those people. I don't think Elvis's ego was inflated. I think even at the peak of his fame, he was still humble and kind and down to earth. And
I think with a bit more research, Stefan, no offense, I think with a bit more research, you would have understood that when you said that comment that fame went to his head, that you're wrong, And I say that with respect. I say that in a kind way. And some of us just need to do a lot more research to really understand Elvis, the human being. Yeah. I think Lisa was very much like that as well. Lisa Marie was very much like her father. Let's keep going.
We're going to talk a little bit. I want to say hello to all the people here. There's new people, my people, your people. Check this out. Look, right here. Let's go down. Songbird, hi. Hello there. And please subscribe to my channel. And if you're not a subscriber to Louis' channel, subscribe. Let's help each other. There's a buddy.
Songbird is one of Team Elvis.
Okay, Songbird, very nice to you. Robbie Detroit's here. Good to see you, Robbie. Right here, this Jane Elvis Presley is the best forever. Hi, nice to meet you.
Jane is one of us.
Hopefully she'll become one of mine, okay?
Yeah. Definitely, yeah.
I hope so. Let's see. Oh, she says, hi, Louis. Songbird, okay?
Hi, Jane. Hi, Songbird.
Good community here. Songbird, there she is.
They're brilliant. They're brilliant.
You got night. You know what? Here's one of my people, a beautiful girl right here. Tara, we love you. Hi, Tara. Good to see you.
Hi, Tara. Nice to meet you.
That's one of Adika's angels right there. She's great.
Yeah. And we come from love here. There's no hate here. When we debate these quite serious topics, it's never hate. It's always.
Promise me one thing. You subscribe to me, I'll subscribe to you, and I want to do more of this, but we have more time to talk.
I've already subscribed to you already, I think.
Oh, you did?
I've messaged you twice. Yeah,
I got many messages, but I didn't know it was you. Okay, let's say really quick to the people here. We got Karen Thomas. Hi, Karen.
Karen, it's one of our guys.
Karen, good to meet you, Karen. Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth, and I know. I'm going to tell you guys a secret right here. I have a friend of mine who used to be married to Lisa Marie, Michael Lockwood.
Michael Lockwood, yeah. You know what? I know so little about Michael Lockwood.
He's a good guy.
All I know is that he's Fillion Harper's father, and it's a very, very complex story, isn't it, with Michael Lockwood?
It's a complex, but he's a musician. I just want
to comment quickly on that. Obviously, Stefan is a musician, yeah? So he grew up around these people, meeting many musicians and interviewing them on his show. Now, we do have complicated views when it comes to Michael Lockwood, because some of us feel that there was some wrongdoing towards the twins, towards Lisa Marie. Financially, some of us feel that Michael Lockwood has been very greedy with money. Now, these aren't just my opinions. These are just a general view of the Elvis fans that I've spoke to over the last year, giving me their facts, why they're upset with Michael Lockwood. It's not just, we don't like Michael Lockwood. It's more, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened. You have to do your research and understand the story. So I'm just pointing out that there are very passionate views about Michael Lockwood, but we can't forget Michael Lockwood is the parent of Finley and Harper. We can't forget that. So he is an important person because he's their dad. He's their dad. Remember, to Finley and Harper, he's dad. He's dad. Well, I think we have to respect that. So let's keep going, guys.
Played music. We were in the same scene. Okay.
Yeah. I've done the history with Michael Lockwood. I'll be honest with you, he's not very popular with the Elvis fans. I'll be honest with you.
I know. And I don't want, what, Elvis fans, I totally get where people are coming from. Okay, let me say, there's Jenny Blue. Hey, Jenny, I'm here. There you are, honey. How you doing?
Hi, Jenny.
And Elvis fans are very passionate, and it's like,
they sure are.
And they're great fans, And just to clear the air, as me interviewing Mike Stone, you guys all out there watching, as I click your name, I wasn't trying to disrespect Elvis. I'm a huge Elvis fan. A matter of fact, look at this. I got TCB tattooed on my arm.
We like that.
I love Elvis. See that?
But there was one thing you said that I thought. Did you hear when I reacted to it? There was one thing that it was like Elvis had. I'm trying to remember the sentence you used. Let me try and think what it was. It was like, it went to his head. Fame had gone to his head. And me knowing all the facts that I know, that jolted me, because I thought, I need to just turn off the notifications. You don't want to know that KFC is $2.99 in the UK. Right, okay, let's carry on. I'm responding to Stefan's comment. Yeah, and I know this bit hurts a bit. I know this bit hurts, Stefan, but we got to say it.
That led up to why they split up. I don't know if you know. Did you know that Priscilla was unfaithful to Elvis?
I did know.
Yeah.
Was it a dancer she was with or somebody like that?
Yeah, the dance instructor.
Wait, hold on. Louis, I know these things. But you know what? I'm just talking about Elvis himself. When you come, because I played in a band with different people. I played with the guy from the Ramones, guys from Kiss, Guns N' Roses.
I like Ramones.
Dee Ramone, I played with him until he died. Now, anyway, really quick, I got to tell you something. When you play with these people and meet these people who are bigger than life, it doesn't matter. You know what? It's not disrespect. And please, everybody, I'm from Brooklyn, so if I say anything wrong, don't get mad. I'm coming from a place of love. I love Elvis. My favorite bands is Elvis. Well, not a band. He's Elvis, but the Beatles and the Stones. I'm a child of the 60s.
Me too.
And Motown.
Me too.
Yeah, Motown.
I am obsessed with the Beatles. I discovered.
So I just want to. When I'm talking now, Stefan, it's important that I just want a little bit of a quick story, very short, because everything we're talking about is all about defending Elvis and Lisa Marie. Now, the thing about Priscilla, we just mentioned the unfaithfulness with the dance instructor. I think it was quickly mentioned there. Now, the automatic thing that people do is this. Oh, no, but Elvis was unfaithful all the way through the 60s when he was with Priscilla. Now, our research, we've uncovered that when Priscilla, first of all, Elvis did not sleep with Priscilla when she was 14. It's just bullshit, yeah? Elvis did briefly meet Priscilla for up to 6 months in Germany, but he also had 4 other girlfriends, yeah, in Germany in 1959. Now, then Elvis didn't see Priscilla for nearly 2 years. So a lot of people think, oh, Elvis and Priscilla were together until 1973. So they put it together and they go, oh, they were together 8 years before the marriage. They were together in total 14 years. This is not true. This is not true. So I want you to bear this in mind when we go through your interview, that Priscilla, she briefly met Elvis, briefly. He had other girlfriends. He was still seeing Anita Wood as well. Now, she eventually visits Graceland at the middle of 1962, 2 years after meeting Elvis. So they were not together. Then when she moved over, she knew Elvis was living as a single man. Many people don't realize this, that Elvis was not the first person Priscilla to sleep with. No. But this is my point. When she moved over, when she was nearly 18, to Graceland, she hadn't seen Elvis for 2 years, so she was not his girlfriend. When she moved over, she moved over in the hope that Elvis would settle down. Elvis was living as a single man. So the first 3 or 4 years when Priscilla moved over, she was not his partner, not his proper partner. She was hoping to be, yeah. At first, she lived with Vernon and Dee, his wife, Vernon Presley's wife. She was hoping that Elvis would change his ways, would change his lifestyle, but she was not his girlfriend. People don't realize this. Between 1962 until Elvis got engaged in December 1966, Elvis lived as a single man. So people will say, oh no, Elvis was unfaithful, No, he wasn't. He was living as a single man. He was in his 20s. Now, Priscilla hoped that Elvis would calm down, maybe get engaged, maybe get married. Eventually, there was a lot of pressure on Elvis. There was a lot of pressure on Elvis to do the right thing, to get engaged, to get married, from Colonel Tom Parker, from Priscilla's parents, even from Vernon. There was like, oh, you need to do the right thing here. It's time to settle down. And this is when Elvis changed his ways, got engaged, December 1966, and then he became faithful. So when people say to me, oh, Elvis was shagging everything, yeah, he was a single man until 1966. So yes, there was 3 or 4 years that must have been quite tough for Priscilla, where he was playing the field and she was no prisoner. Priscilla had a lot of freedom at Graceland. She had her own car. She could have visitors, friends, family. She was friends with the Memphis Mafia's wives and many other people. Priscilla had a fantastic time at Graceland's, yeah? But of course, she's infatuated with Elvis. I'm not sure if it was love, but she was infatuated with Elvis. She just wanted Elvis all to herself. That was tough for her because Elvis wasn't ready to settle. So we have to paint a picture of people think, oh, Elvis was just shagging everything. Well, yeah, but he felt as a single man. As soon as they got engaged, he stopped. He was faithful. Through the pregnancy, he was faithful. When one beautiful Lisa Marie was born, he was faithful. Yeah, it was only after Priscilla was unfaithful, which she has admitted on page 262 of her book, Elvis and Me. Yeah, which this is a book of lies, by the way, even though I believe that one point. She admits that she was unfaithful months after the baby was born, and then Elvis goes back to his old ways. He feels betrayed, humiliated, he's angry, he's upset, so he's going to go off and see different girls. Susan Henning, who was a girl that had a child, was the first girl he saw after catching Priscilla being unfaithful. So then after he catches Priscilla being unfaithful, then Elvis is not faithful anymore because he feels that his wife has betrayed him only 10 months after the wedding. So I'm painting a picture here. Now, then they did go on to have a bit of a fake honeymoon, a fake marriage for about 18 months until she made the decision to run off with Mike Stone. So I always say this, the victim here was not Priscilla, it was Elvis. Elvis wanted to be a good father, a good husband. As soon as he caught his wife, remember they had a very public marriage, a very public birth, a very public engagement. All of that was thrown in his face. He couldn't believe it. He'd caught his wife. She's admitted it in the book, being unfaithful. And Elvis was in shock. Yeah. And actually at quite a low point in his career as well, because it was at the end of his movie career. He'd spent 7-8 years making movies. Yeah. Obviously, he was very disappointed about the movies eventually. And then just round the corner is the 68 comeback special. But remember, the 68 comeback special is the rise of the Phoenix. Elvis has just caught his wife betraying him just after Lisa Marie was born, and then months after that he's there getting ready for the 68 comeback special. So Elvis rose again from the flames of destruction caused by Priscilla's unfaithfulness. So I'm trying to paint a picture here of people have to get it out of their head that Elvis was just going around trying to shag everything, that Elvis was just going around trying to shoot up drugs and get stoned out of his head. No, Elvis was very sick, very unwell. Even in the 60s, Elvis was unwell. So once you realize that Elvis was on medication because he was unwell, very serious medication, once you realize that the reason Elvis started being unfaithful again after 1968 was because Priscilla had betrayed him, you see it differently. Okay, guys, let's keep going.
Wait, before I go off the subject, how far are you from like England, London, or Liverpool? How far are you?
I'm 2 hours from London.
Dude, maybe we can meet up. I'm supposed to go in the summer to see Oasis play.
Oh,
we could do a vlog.
You're gonna love me. I was friends with Liam and Noel.
My
I
mates.
got pictures to prove it. I went out and got drunk with Liam and Noel in Cardiff.
Yep.
In
It happened,
1997.
guys.
Oh my God.
Liam
1997.
Liam was sat on my lap. Noel was doing his
Liam
thing.
was wrecked.
You know, we got to talk. Okay, let's stick to Elvis.
On my Facebook, you'll see me with pictures with my arms around them, and
I'll send you all links. I got to see that. That's great. I'm at the huge.
They were number one in the charts. You know the album they released?
Liam was very, very good looking. In real life, Liam was very good looking.
It's because when I was DJing, I own my own nightclubs. I had 5 nightclubs. Yeah. When I was DJing, I needed a bodyguard because I was getting a lot of grief. You may know DJs get hassled. Yeah. And the bodyguard that I employed was working for Liam and Noel for 5 years. So his name's Gary White. Yeah.
Yeah.
he once said to me, look, I'm going to take you up to meet Liam and Noel. I didn't believe him. And one day he said, right, we're going to meet him today. And they were playing in Cardiff in the UK in 97. You look it up, the dates will match. And he took me into this tiny little backstreet bar, as small as a little kitchen. It wasn't a big bar. It was a very rough bar. And he took me to the bar, and Liam and Noel were stood either side of me. Couldn't believe it.
Whoa.
And then even when he took me into the concert, the arena, I was right at the front, stood with security guards as well. It was amazing.
Well,
Liam
has a TCB tattoo too.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I say friends, I wasn't friends. I was, because I knew Gary. It was him that got Liam and Noel to come out and meet me and sit with me. And then we ended up, they liked JD and Coke. We ended up having a drink and I never saw them again after that. I met them through that time. Then they went off and carried on with their lives.
Well, yeah, and they became what they became. I want to thank Linda. Thank you very much for subscribing. Very sweet of you. Okay, so I just got to. We're talking about Elvis. So I said something that I could offend the community. I don't mean to. When I meant about the head, see, when you get that much fame, and Elvis had so much talent, and he came from nothing, and he became something so big. But you do build, and you have these yes men around you. Those are the bad people. That's the cancer.
Yeah. So I need to comment on this bit now, Stefan. Remember, no offense, but we have done a crazy amount of research, on Elvis, like a lot. Yeah, we've read all the books. There is literally hundreds of us that are all exchanging information. Now, on this comment about the yes men, it's not as simple as you think, because, of course, Elvis expected things to be done his way. He was a strong-minded man. He could get moody. He could be angry. He had a bit of a temper. But I would say it's the other way around. Elvis was the yes man, because he would do everything to keep the Memphis Mafia happy, to keep their wives happy, to keep their families happy. Elvis was the yes man, because when the Memphis Mafia or friends and family would go to Elvis, can I have this? Can I have that? I need this. I need that. Will you help me here? Will you help me there? Elvis would always say yes. Elvis was the yes man. And not only that, Elvis was the one that would sit at the end of the bed and chat with them about their problems. Elvis had a big ear for helping people. Remember, Elvis was, I've got the trousers as well, Stefan. I've got the trousers to match. It's on my YouTube channel. Anyway, so this is my point, Stefan. Elvis was the yes man. You mentioned, the Memphis Mafia all said yes. Actually, no, it was Elvis that always said yes, because religiously, as a Christian man, he would want to help them. He would want to give them good advice, decent advice, good moral advice. So Elvis would take his time with each of the members of the Memphis Mafia and close family, and he would give advice from his heart. Elvis loved to help. He loved to give good advice. Of course, he would pray and read the Bible, but when you understand Elvis like we do, Elvis was the one who would say yes to everything they wanted. And I'm not just talking possessions here and money. I'm also talking love, religion, advice, help as a friend. Elvis would help as a friend. He was so kind to the Memphis Mafia. So many of the public see the Memphis Mafia as these big guys carrying guns that, yes, Elvis, yes, Elvis, yes, Elvis. This is how he's portrayed in the movies. Remember, how Elvis is portrayed in the movies is very unfair. Even Baz Luhrmann's film, I don't like it. It doesn't portray Elvis correctly. The Priscilla film was just a complete joke. But even the documentaries, the biographies, the TV movie dramas, they're very unfair to Elvis. They don't show the real Elvis. Yeah, of course it does, mate. I put the levers on, mate. I look cool. Remember, I'm 57. I'm 57. I shouldn't. The leather trousers fit me perfect. Just so you know, on New Year's Eve, Stefan, I dressed up in all the leathers to celebrate New Year's Eve. But on Elvis's 90th birthday, I dressed up in all the leathers, and we spent the whole day celebrating Elvis's 90th birthday. And we here as fans are very disappointed with the proclamation that happened at Graceland. We thought it was a complete letdown. The proclamation at Graceland for Elvis's 90th was a letdown. We partied here all day. Look it up on my live streams. All day celebrating Elvis Presley's 90th birthday in style, the way Elvis deserved. Because Elvis deserved a much better celebration for his birthday than he got at Graceland. Now, the fans were fantastic. The fans around the world on all the different social media channels were amazing. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, all of it, YouTube. We celebrated. We fans, we celebrated in style. Elvis got what he deserved. But from Graceland, we just had a bunch of businessmen. The mayor of Memphis, who seemed like a lovely guy. It was all about money and the image. Yeah? Promoting Graceland, promoting the hotel, promoting Elvis Presley Enterprise, promoting Elvis Evolution, which is coming to London. Yeah? They did not celebrate his birthday. He was 90 years old. The whole world had high expectations. And what happened that day at the proclamation was a complete letdown. But we here, fans of Elvis Presley, Team Elvis, we celebrated in style. We were very proud to celebrate Elvis's 90th birthday.
I don't think Elvis is an angel. I don't put him on this pedestal up here like he's a god. I know he made mistakes. He was a human being, yeah? I completely understand. He loved women as well, and he made mistakes. Yeah. But when the one thing I do believe about Elvis is that no matter how famous he got, he always stayed down to earth, humble. He was always humble. It doesn't matter who you were, what nationality you were, what color you were, what country you were, how poor you were, how rich you were. He treated everyone the same. So when you said the comment of, I think fame went to his head, you completely got Elvis wrong. Yeah.
Oh, well, I probably, and I say things, and it's like John Lennon said. I said what I said, but I didn't mean, I didn't mean he was better or greater. I didn't mean fame got this head. I think the people around him, the pills he was taking, his just life, maybe not the fame, but just the situation, the darkness.
Right. Well, come on, right. Stefan is our special guest here, and remember his YouTube channel is fantastic. I highly recommend it. Artist on Record with Stefan Adika. You please subscribe to him. He's great. Yeah, you will love his channel. It's right up our street. 50s, 60s, 70s music. Come on. Very retro, just a brilliant channel, loads of great interviews, fantastic interviews. He's even on Walkabout. I watched a few of them. So of course I'm going to butt in and mention the pill taking. So remember, the general perception of Elvis is he took pills, he was overweight, he binged on burgers. What was the other thing? He was a serial adulterer. He had a horrible temper. He was abusive to Priscilla, and Priscilla was a victim in a prison. This is the general thing, yeah? Now, I just want to say the pills have been mentioned. We have done a lot of research on Elvis's medical history, going right back to his childhood. It starts with very serious insomnia. He even had stomach issues. Now, there is a possibility he inherited genetic problems because his mother's parents, Gladys's parents, were first cousins. So that's a whole story. We've got the book, Destined to Die Young, gives us an idea about it. There's other books, Dr. Forrest Tennant's book. Now, Elvis was very unwell. He tried to hide it. Elvis was a very proud man. He didn't want to tell the Memphis Mafia that he was seriously sick. He had serious constipation. He had problems going when he went to the toilet. He had heart problems, lung problems, breathing problems. Elvis was a proud, strong man. He kept most of his things to himself. He only confided in certain girlfriends, in certain people. Yeah. So I understand that the perception of Elvis is that, oh, he's popping pills to get stoned. Elvis didn't get pills to get stoned. Yes, he was on serious painkillers that do make you feel a bit stoned. Yes, he was on uppers to give him energy to perform. He struggled to relax and to slow down, so he would take sedatives to slow down. So obviously very strong sleeping tablets. Elvis had the worst insomnia that you could ever imagine. Yeah, the worst. Now, what are you going to do when your body is letting you down? You've got blood pressure problems as well, blood sugar problems. You've got aching all over because he also had some form of arthritis. He had a colon condition that was similar to IBS, IBD. He also had heart problems. Now, you think about it. Through the 60s, he has to make 2 or 3 movies a year. You look it up, 2 or 3 movies a year. After the 68 comeback special, he goes on to the Vegas years, 69 and onwards. He's performing 2 or 3 times a day. Now, Elvis had to be up. He had to have energy. Obviously, he wanted to be slim and look great. And remember, he's hiding all these chronic illnesses. He's hiding. This proud man is hiding how sick he is. So what do when you're trying to be Elvis Presley? You've got the pressure of the movies, all the concerts, the pressure of being strong for your hundreds of people that work for him. Yeah. You turn to your doctor. What does your doctor do? He gives you different medications, sleeping tablets. He gives you sedatives to relax, uppers to wake him up because he needed to be up so he could perform. Elvis had the serious constipation. So he's got steroids. He's got painkillers for that. He's also in a lot of pain. So he's taken different pain things. He's got glaucoma. So a desperate man, Elvis Presley, a desperate man who is called a drug addict that is against street drugs. He's completely against street drugs. Yeah. But he's turning to his doctor and his nurses and the pharmacists, and they are giving him what he needs to soothe his body, to ease his pain, to help his medical problems, to fix his body. So Elvis is trying to do the right thing. He has a book. I think it's called a PDQ, is it? Elvis tries to educate himself on what all these different tablets, pills did. Elvis didn't want to make himself unwell. He wanted to fix his body. He wanted to soothe his pain. He wanted to sleep. He wanted to go to the toilet properly. So Elvis was desperately trying to fix himself with the help of the doctors, the nurses, the pharmacists. So when you understand all this, remember, this is the most famous man in the world who wants to be Elvis Presley, who wants to look happy, look confident, look healthy. That is why he turned to the doctors. And then you understand this desperate man was in need of help. Now, he was a victim of his genetics. He inherited many of these chronic sicknesses. So when people say, oh, he took pills, he wanted to get stoned, he wanted to get high, he wanted to get off his face. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Now, did Elvis abuse some of the medications? Maybe. Was Elvis addicted to some of the medications? Maybe. But remember, right now, if today I became unwell, right now, this second, yeah, what am I going to do? I'm going to go to my doctor, get a pill. If I couldn't sleep, what am I going to do? I'm going to go to my doctor, get a sleeping pill. If I'm in a lot of pain in 2025, what am I going to do? I'm going to get some painkillers. Elvis did nothing unusual. He did nothing unusual. What Elvis didn't realize was that his body was seriously letting him down. His body was giving up. Elvis was in his mid-30s and he couldn't understand why he was so unwell. He didn't know what was going on. He wasn't aware of the genetic things that he'd inherited from his grandparents, from his mother.
So do you get it, guys? So Elvis is on this uphill walk where he's oh my God, I've got to go and perform 2-3 times a day. Elvis had a massive comeback, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, massive comeback, the most successful comeback ever. Both the 68 comeback special and the Vegas comeback. So this is why Elvis looked puffy and bloated. This is why Elvis looked overweight. Even the thing about Elvis being fat, if you look at the footage of Elvis, the pictures of Elvis, I'm going to quickly show you, of Elvis in 1977, the year he died, he was not fat. So when people say Elvis was fat, no, he had a big stomach, yeah, he had a bloated stomach, okay, but the footage that we see of Elvis in concert where he does look rough, he looks big, yeah, it's all to do with how he was filmed, the costume he was wearing, how close it was. Yes, his face was very puffy, right? Now let me show you these pictures. And Stefan, I want you to look at these pictures, yeah? This is Elvis Presley in 1977, months before he died. Remember, people keep saying he's fat, yeah? Elvis was never fat like the public believe, the public think. Let me just show you. Elvis, and I show these pictures again and again, just to show you. Let's have a look. And I think you're going to have a surprise, Stefan. Let's have a look. Now, this is Elvis, okay? This is in, I think it's March 1977, okay? Now, look at his legs and arms. Yes, he's got a bit of a tummy, hasn't he? But he is not fat. He is not fat. Let me get you some more pictures. Elvis, months before he died. Look at his arms, his legs. Yes, his face a little bit puffy, but not overly. There we are here. Stefan, can I have your response? Look at his arms, look at his legs. His tummy's a bit puffy, but he's 40, I think he's probably 42, yeah? How many 42-year-old men don't have a bit of a tummy? Even I've got a bit of a tummy, yeah? Now let's look at Elvis here. Stefan, are you still there? Look at Elvis there. He was not fat, but the footage of the last few concerts, for some reason, they filmed him quite close up. He had a bodysuit on that made him look overweight. His face was very puffy. It was very puffy. I fully accept that. Now let's have a look at this. Look, 19 months before he died, you can see he's got a bit of a tummy, yeah? He's not fat. So when people say to me, look, here's a good one with him with Ginger Alden, you can see he's got a bit of a tummy. Now look at his arms and his legs. Yeah, I've got some better ones than that. Now this, remember, this is months before Elvis died. No, Stefan, he was bloated in his last performance. So I accept that. His tummy, but it's very easy to, if you look at the footage, like I watch his last performances quite regularly because I like them, yeah, because I think Elvis was amazing even at the end. But I say this to you, Stefan, watch his last performance again. Watch it again. This is a few months before he passes anyway, but watch it again. And this time, look at his arms, look at his legs. You'll see that he's puffy on his face, definitely, 100%. He looks very unwell, yeah? You'll see that his tummy is inflamed. Remember, inflammation. Elvis had serious chronic problems. He had autoimmune stomach problems, yeah? So his intestines are inflamed, yeah? He's got inflammation, very bad inflammation. So he's bloated, yeah? Elvis had an enlarged heart. We already have proved that Elvis had an inflammation of his heart. Yeah, I'm no doctor, but you get what I'm saying. Now you think about it. If Elvis has an inflamed
stomach, heart area. If his face is all puffy and inflamed, from the side effects of the medication. Elvis was on a lot of medication, so there was a lot of side effects to the medication he was taking, right? It doesn't make him an addict. It doesn't make him an addict. Now, was he on too much medication? Yes, of course, he was, definitely, yeah? Elvis was desperate. He didn't know what to do. He was trying to fix himself. So he would take 20, 30 different medications a day to try and make himself well again. Now, in March, he was trying to get back to normal. Here we go. Now take one more look at this, please, Stefan, and you'll see what I'm saying. Now, if you look at that picture, his face is very puffy. His face is very puffy. Now, you imagine Elvis putting a jumpsuit on, bearing in mind his stomach is sticking out a bit. He puts a jumpsuit on, it's going to make his stomach look even bigger. His face is puffier than normal. Now remember, we all remember Elvis, how he looked in the 60s and the early 70s. A slim man, a beautiful man, yeah? But the side effects of the medication has made his face get rounded and puffy. Yeah, obviously we got the glaucoma as well. He even had breathing issues then. So we're seeing a sick man. We're not seeing a fat man. We're not seeing a fat man. We're seeing a sick man. Yeah. So I wanted to play that just to try and, Stefan, the reason because just so you know, guys, we're doing a show tonight, 10 p.m. America time. Stefan, remind me what country you're in, because I know there's different time zones, but we are all coming together tonight. We're going to do a live stream, an interview with Stefan on his show at 10 p.m. American time. No, I'm saying it wrong. 2 p.m. American time. It's 10 p.m. UK. So for the British people, it's 2 p.m. British time. For the I'm getting confused now. For the British people, it's 10 p.m. Let me get it right. In England, it's 10 p.m. In America, it's 2 p.m. So what country are you in? So USA, CA time, 2 p.m. There we are. America, 2 p.m. So we're doing a show tonight. And the reason I'm trying to give all the facts here to make people understand Elvis and what he went through and how he lived with the medication, with his weight, with his unfaithfulness, with his relationship with Priscilla, is so that Stefan has a rounded view of how we see Elvis, and Priscilla and Mike Stone. Yeah. So I think you get the idea though. Yeah. I think Stefan you understand what I'm trying to say. Let's carry on with a bit more of this. We've got a bit longer, guys. I don't have a lot longer. I think I have another 20 minutes. So I'm going to play this.
It's why Elvis took medication. Yeah, prescribed medication. He was very, very unwell. He was a sick man, even as a child. And as he got into his 30s, everything went wrong. His colon, his liver, his lungs, his heart, obviously blood pressure, blood sugars. He was sick. So he was a desperate man looking for help, looking for medication. He turned to his doctor because he had nothing else to turn to. Yeah? So what do you do when you go to your doctor for pain relief? He even had arthritis. He was in a lot of pain.
He was in a lot. I know, and people don't realize that. You think about this guy. The 68 comeback special. That's my favorite. Everybody has their certain favorite Elvis. But I'll tell you one thing. Not to go off my favorite Elvis is when he got into that's the way it is. He looks so handsome. He looks so cool, and he was picking songs
for different reasons.
But that's my favorite. The Wonder of You. Those are great songs. The songs he was picking.
Elvis in '69, after the '68 comeback, he then went and did the Vegas comeback, and he was so fantastic and slim and fit.
Nobody can beat anything. Now the full interview. Mike comes on. He's very careful what he says, and he even says on the third part 3, it's going to be the video. I have it where the full one is in my members only, but Mike then talks about what he's doing. So Elvis fans don't really want to hear about all that stuff. They want Elvis stuff. But Mike didn't want to really talk that much about Elvis. So when I did the first interview with him, when I did the first one, he went really off. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful with Elvis World, because Priscilla will come after people.
Well, I've done a lot of videos about Priscilla, hundreds. And in every video I do about Priscilla, I always say, I don't hate you. I always say, I just want you to apologize. I want you to admit wrongdoing. Priscilla has never admitted wrongdoing, ever. Never. You may get an early 1980s interview where she says, oh, you know, I was with Mike Stone. She has never admitted to Steve Peck affair, ever. Yeah. Never. Yeah. Everything is Elvis's fault, and this is the mistake.
Okay, let me say something. So Mike comes on the show because he felt like he was a nothing to her. You know, they did, yeah. And I addressed it.
So I want to comment on that bit. Yeah. So I've watched quite a lot of Mike Stone's interviews. He's done some very good interviews in the last 3 years. Yeah, on different YouTube channels. I understand that he felt flattered that Priscilla liked him. He couldn't believe that the wife of Elvis Presley, the most beautiful woman on the planet in his mind, liked him, wanted him, was going to leave Elvis for him. Mike Stone, quite insecure about his looks. He had a lot of, how can I say it? He looked up to people that had a lot of money, which Priscilla had, and just generally just couldn't believe that she liked him. So I actually think she was easy meat for Priscilla. He was easy meat for her. I've always thought that Priscilla going for Mike Stone was a revenge thing. I do think she fancied him as well. I think Priscilla had her eye on other men. Without sounding too crude, I think Priscilla fancied the pants off quite a few men. I think she liked her men, Priscilla. Mike Stone was the target. He was the revenge plan. Mike Stone was Priscilla's way away from Elvis. It was like, he's my way away. I can get away from Elvis. He was a very powerful man. He had won 46, I think, championships in a row. This is a very respected champion. Yeah, he was not an instructor for Elvis. That's just a rumor. He was never Elvis's friend. He'd only met Elvis a few times, briefly, for minutes. But I think he did give Priscilla some tuition. Priscilla, 3 or 4 times a week, would go out of her way, travel to see Mike Stone to get tuition, karate lessons, but only because she wanted to shag him. She wanted to bonk him. He was part of her cunning plan. This is why I say that even Mike Stone was a victim of Priscilla, because after 3 or 4 years, she dropped him like a rock. But the thing that upsets me is the way that when she left Elvis, and she did it so publicly, this was a very public betrayal. And she went round and about, you know, wherever they were living. The paparazzi, the press were taking pictures, the tabloids, the magazines were all taking pictures of of Priscilla with Mike Stone. It was cruel. It was cruel. And many of the times they were with Lisa Marie. This was cruel. Don't forget, once Priscilla made the decision to leave Elvis and go and live with Mike Stone, Lisa had to live with a stranger. Lisa was dragged away from her father. Priscilla even befriended Frances Stone, Mike Stone's wife, while she was pregnant, so that she could get to Mike Stone. They would go to dinner together. They would go to tournaments together, karate tournaments. They became friends. Priscilla befriended. Some say she even changed her hair to look like Frances Stone. Now, Frances Stone, all respect to her, Frances Stone forgave Priscilla straight away. Frances Stone only speaks well of Priscilla. She speaks highly of Priscilla. This is how nice she is. She's a lovely lady. I'm talking about way back in the 80s when she was interviewed. Stefan says, is Priscilla in a relationship now? We don't know. Stefan, we don't know. We actually don't know. She keeps that very quiet. Now, there are rumors of Tom Jones and Jerry Schilling. Now, just Stefan, we are a bit unsure about Jerry Schilling and Priscilla. We think, who knows what went on. We also have strong views about the fact that everyone had to kiss Priscilla's ass, because once Priscilla became all powerful and she was controlling Graceland's, Elvis Presley Enterprises, all of that, you know, we're talking in the 80s here, everybody had to kiss her ass. So Priscilla for 40 years got her way. Everybody became yes people for Priscilla. Priscilla couldn't believe that she'd achieved this almighty power over Graceland, that she had total control, and which Elvis did not want. Elvis did not want Priscilla to have total control. He never wanted it. He didn't want her in the will. Yeah, even Vernon was almost forced to allow Priscilla to be the executor on behalf of Lisa Marie, obviously when he died in 1979. So Priscilla literally couldn't believe that she'd reached this pivotal point in her life, even saying that she saved Graceland, that it was her idea to open the Living Museum, which is not true. She did not save Graceland. It was not her idea to open the Living Museum. She played a role in it eventually, Jack Sodden eventually, but it was not Priscilla's doing. She takes full credit. Priscilla will take full credit for saving Graceland and for opening the museum, and then Priscilla will say that she preserved the legacy of Elvis, and that the only reason Elvis is remembered today is because of Priscilla. This is so far from the truth. The reason Elvis is remembered today is because of the fans. The fans are the reason. Even if there was no Graceland, Elvis would still be massively remembered. The fans still love and adore Elvis because they love the true man, the human being. Yeah? So all of it is a big scam, Yeah, Stefan, reach out to her, get her to interview with you. Let's see if we can get an apology out of her. Let's see if we can get Priscilla to show regret. Let's see if we can get Priscilla to just say, I'm sorry, I did so much wrong. Yeah, she doesn't grieve for her daughter. It doesn't make sense. She doesn't grieve for her daughter. Why not? Doesn't add up. So anyway, I repeat, I do not hate Priscilla. I do not hate Priscilla, but I will expose her wrongdoing. I will, and I demand an apology to the fans. I demand it.
Yes, come on, what's the deal? What's 4 years? You're with her. You're with Elvis's kid. You know, his book he doesn't talk bad about them in the book. I don't know if you read the book. I got the book here.
I know the book. I haven't read it. No.
It's actually pretty interesting, and you know, and this is Mike's thing. I don't think Mike is lying. I don't know Mike very well. I just met him.
Yeah.
I'm in contact with him, and
I would say the opposite. He's too honest. I would say Mike's very honest.
I think he's honest, but if he doesn't open up when I asked him the questions, because he did leave his wife, who was pregnant at the time.
Yeah, and they had a small girl as well.
They had a small girl, but I didn't want to go so hard because I wanted him to open up too, to feel safe. If I went too hard, what are you going to do?
I felt that he blushed when you threw that question in right at the end, which actually won me over because that was what I wanted.
Which question was that?
It was.
Here we go, guys.
What would you say to Priscilla? Yeah, that was my favourite question because he blushed. He blushed and went quiet, and then he went, "Oh, I hurt some people. I made mistakes." That's the first. I've never heard Mike Stone show any regret or ever say he hurt people. I've never heard him do it. I've heard him be very brash. He talks about the law of attraction, so he'll be like, consequences for your actions. In life, no one should control anyone. We make our own choices. That to me is denial. That's just making excuses. What I've always wanted Mike Stone to do, because I personally think Mike Stone has been punished enough. I think he's had 50 years of hell. He left the country. This is how serious it was. Yeah. My point is, I think he's in his 80s. The man's had enough pain. He's paid his price for the decision he made. Now, Priscilla was a very sexy, beautiful woman. Almost no man would resist Priscilla. One of the most beautiful women and sexiest women that's ever lived. Yeah, Elvis's wife. Mike Stone was never going to say no to her. She went after him. She chose him. She made a beeline for him. he was not going to stand up to it. Even though he was married with a pregnant, her name was Frances Stone, yeah? Pregnant, with a small child. Priscilla was so sexy, and come on, us men can be pretty stupid when it comes to women, yeah? Especially in our 20s and 30s. I'm 57, yeah?
I'm 57 too.
Yeah, same age. There we are.
There we are.
I'm born in July. But
I'm born July 11.
Oh my God, I'm July 10th. That's just crazy.
Come on.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Dude,
Come on.
I don't know. There's a connection.
Cancerians rule.
July 11th. It's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
In that crazy guy, we're both 57, me and Stefan, and we're Cancerians, of course, and we're one day apart on birthdays. This is madness, isn't it? It's madness. So a quick mention of the Piers Morgan interview. I recommend you watch it, Stefan. It is an absolute joke. Piers Morgan kisses her ass for an hour, comes out with a load of bullshit about how she is royalty, how she is regarded as the Kennedys. He speaks to Priscilla as if Priscilla was still married to Elvis when he died. He speaks to Priscilla as if she is his widow. And this complete garbage that she keeps repeating over and over again, that Elvis is the love of her life, is ridiculous. Is ridiculous. How can a woman that left Elvis 5 years before he died keep saying that Elvis was the love of her life? It just doesn't make any sense. How can a woman that went against Lisa Marie's wishes to give Gracelands to her children then say that Elvis is the love of her life? Priscilla lost the right to be buried next to Elvis the minute she walked out on him in 1972. So it's a bit of a joke. It's one of the things that I laugh at the most. Whenever I hear Priscilla say, "Oh, Elvis is the love of my life," I'm like, are you serious? Do the public really fall for it? Now, I always say this as well, that there are millions of people that have fallen for this fairy tale. This is a fairy tale. This isn't truth. This is a fairy tale. Yeah. Now, millions have fallen for this lovely image. Let me just show you it, of Elvis and Priscilla, the perfect couple. Elvis and Priscilla, the perfect couple. They've got that image impregnated in their minds. And that image has been there since the 60s, since 1959. Yeah. Oh, poor Elvis and Priscilla. They had such a beautiful marriage. They were so happy. That then Elvis took drugs and was unfaithful, and then it all went wrong. This is the fake image that has been almost brainwashed into the general public around the world. And most people you speak to will say they had a lovely romance, but she was 14 when he met her, and then he took drugs and was unfaithful, and that's why they split up. Most people, you go up to the average person in the street and say, "What do you think of Elvis?" You know what they'll say to you? He was fat on burgers, taking drugs, shagging loads of women. Oh yeah, he treated his wife like shit. That is what they will say. Now, it's only when you come onto shows like this, defending Elvis Presley, fans want the truth. You start to understand that Elvis was the victim. Elvis was the victim, not Priscilla. So the brainwashing, we are trying to undo the brainwashing. Now, there's not many of us. There's only 3 or 4 channels defending Elvis in the way that we do. I would say our channel, I'm boasting now, is at the forefront of really defending Elvis. Yeah, many others do, but we really go for it, because we here at Team Elvis, defending Elvis, we will talk about things that other people don't want to talk about. I will say things that other people don't want to talk about. For example, I demand that there is justice for Lisa Marie about the alleged sexual abuse that happened from Michael Edwards. That was, let me see if the book's here, that Lisa Marie, in her own words, put in the book that Riley Keough finished. Now, Riley Keough finished this book, and she made sure that she left the gory details in there about Michael Edwards, the alleged abuse. We believe Lisa. We believe the abuse did happen. This is just our opinion for entertainment purposes. But you got to remember, when this abuse was happening and Lisa was being left with Michael Edwards for weeks on end, who was in charge of Priscilla? Priscilla. Priscilla was the parent responsible
for her child who was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Get it? So Priscilla, in my mind, is equally responsible for the abuse, the alleged abuse that happened to Lisa. Yeah? So then you start to understand that Priscilla was capable of some serious wrongdoing, very serious. And when we talk about Scientology or money, there's a whole nother chapter to talk about of the wrongdoing, the money that was wasted from Elvis Presley Enterprises. Maybe $100 million wasted. Lisa's money, Riley's money, Finley and Harper's money. There's been some serious wrongdoing. And even now to this day, we're hearing about the Bridget Cruz, the lawsuit. Bridget Cruz has joined us here from GWS Auctions. She's in a lawsuit against Priscilla. There is countersuing for elder abuse. Bridget comes here. Now Elvis Presley Enterprises are suing Bridget Cruz, the auctioneer. It's very complicated. Bridget Cruz does join us here quite a few times. So it's complex. It's very complex.
My point is that I think even me, a 30-year-old Louis, yeah, because I was single back then, but I don't think I would have been able to say no to Priscilla. She was too sexy. It's Elvis's wife, yeah, and
too sexy. You know,
all over him. She was all over him. So I get it I get the fact that he slept with her. Yeah, I don't get the fact that he then made the decision to go along with leaving Francis, even though his wife's pregnant. Come on, I would never have done that to a woman, ever. I would never leave a woman that's carrying my baby. And this was the mistake. This was the mistake. She was pregnant. No matter what, whether they were unhappy or not, if it was a difficult marriage, you don't leave your pregnant wife. You don't do it.
You know, as we get older, we learn more. And when I was younger, I wasn't so thinking about others. But now being an older guy at my age and having a little daughter, it's hard. I don't like the old Stefan. Now, I think maybe if Elvis would have lived, maybe he would have came to his moments too and say, hey, you know what?
Look, we made mistakes.
We all make mistakes. Nobody's an angel. But I want to try to share something with you right now. Let me see if I could put some of the unedited episode right now for you guys to see. Some of it I'm going to release. Check this out.
They're only seeing a phone. I can bring the camera to your.
Well, they could come on my platform if they want to see us better. But I'm going to play some.
Maybe I'll bring it right up close. Okay. I'll bring it right close.
Let's see if I could do this. Hold on. Well, there's people over here.
I'll put it on a stand. And I'll bring it right close.
I don't do that. Don't do that. It doesn't look good.
I mess it up now.
Look good now.
So I should have took Stefan's advice. What I was trying to do was get the guys on my laptop to see Stefan, but in the end it just looks silly. My table's covered in toys and it all goes wrong, but then eventually Stefan does start playing some of the Mike Stone interview, which is very, very interesting, by the way.
So the subscribers watching me now, I'm just trying to do it so they can see you close up. See that? They can now see you close up now.
And now I can't see your handsome face. No, let me see you.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll angle it. So we get a bit of all of us.
Hold on, Mike. Mike, do me a favor. Mike, I'm calling you Mike. I'm calling you Mike right now. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this. Just put it the way it was for a second because I want you to be in the video.
We were like this just now.
Yeah. All right. Do that. Keep it there. Let me see if I can put some of this really quick. Okay. So that is this is going to be the video for tomorrow. For everybody watching, that's from Mike's page. And if you're on my page, I appreciate you being here. You don't have to subscribe to the channel. If you want, you can subscribe. But this is for the audience. I appreciate everybody's here. Songbird, Lorna Brown, good to see you guys here. Thank you thank you guys for all. Love you, Glasses Stefan. Thank you so much. Thank you. And everybody who's our age or even older than us, happy birthday. If I missed your birthday, good to see you. Emily, 66. God bless you.
Okay, right. I just want to quickly mention my other channel because I'm trying to build that channel up.
Now, I use this channel for defending Elvis and different topics, but my other channel, my other Elvis channel, let me just see if I can get it on my other phone, actually. It's called Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. And I do want you guys to all subscribe to it, please, because I'm trying to put different stuff on that channel. Obviously, Stefan, you don't know this, but I'm on keto diet. I'm on carnivore diet. I had some health issues 2 years ago, and I started doing the carnivore diet, the keto diet, and it saved my life. I had some very serious health problems, and this diet saved my life, which is why I recommend it, because it suits older people. If you've got type 2 diabetes, or if you've got stomach problems, or if you have any health issues, if you're in pain, this diet will save your life. And I'm not a doctor, but I wouldn't recommend it unless it worked on me. This diet literally saved my life. So it is an Elvis channel, but I do discuss the diet on this channel. Okay, so this is the name of the channel. It's Elvis Presley Fan on Keto Diet. Elvis Presley Fan on Keto Diet. Now, remember, Stefan, I've been on this diet 2 years. 2 years. It's a long story, but cholesterol is not bad for you. Cholesterol is not bad for you. It is a lie. And and one of the doctors I use is called Dr. Ken Berry. He's on YouTube, and he has 3.5 million subscribers, and he has saved tens of thousands of lives. Yeah. So I'll just type his name in so you can look him up, but then we'll get back to the topic. Okay. Now, I don't really like to talk about the diet. I don't really like to talk about the diet on here because we're Elvis. But on the other Elvis channel, I will discuss the diet. And you can see my success on that diet. Elvis Presley Fan on keto. Now, the main thing of the diet is to get rid of eating sugar, bread, pasta, rice, potato, and mainly eat fatty meat, eggs, fish. So obviously just water, just salt, things like that. So anyway, I won't talk about it too much, but please, I think we have saved lives with this diet. We have literally, so please subscribe, Elvis Presley Fan on Keto Diet. And we do post Elvis stuff on there every day as well. Okay, right, back to topic. So I don't like to talk about the diet on this channel because it upsets people. Let's have a look. Right. Let's get back to where we were.
Remember, it's right now, watching right now.
So really quick, this is the interview I did with Mike, and there's some stuff you might have seen, some stuff you haven't seen. Whatever I say in here, you guys don't get mad at me. I was, I get in the heat of the moment. I say things. I'm not here to upset anybody, but this is some of the unedited video. Check it out.
We're not mad at you, Stefan.
Yeah, I just found 30 pictures I took.
We're not going to bust your balls.
That when I called home, they went to the storage and found this short album. And these were personal pictures that I've taken of Priscilla. And my God, with no makeup, she is such a gorgeous woman, just naturally beautiful. So she didn't need anything to enhance her appearance. But at some point in her life, apparently she wasn't satisfied with that. So when you start changing your physical appearance and the way she looks now, that's again, you can say it's tragic and it's sad because somebody so naturally beautiful, aren't they sad? Don't they know in their heart that it's who they are inside that is the beauty? It's not the exterior look. So, it's very sad. It's very sad.
It's very sad. And I know I spoke with you before. I went to Graceland, and just we're fascinated as fans of the music and all that. Right. Now, did you see this clip yet?
I think this is in the clip. I think this is in your part 2, but not with his face. I think it's just showing the black screen.
Do I talk about Graceland and the taste you get? It's a little depressing when I walked out to see
No.
Okay, this is it. I don't know. Anybody watching, disclaimer. Listen, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. But I don't want to upset nobody. I'm just being clear. You guys are all...
We don't think you're upsetting anyone.
Okay, so here you go. Here's a part. Check this out.
So let me just... So obviously Stefan is our guest star today. So now, Stefan, for me, you're a good study case. Yeah, you are a typical person, and I mean this in a very respectful way. Yeah, that you are quite knowledgeable about Elvis. Yeah, you know quite a lot. You know, you're very you've done plenty of research about Elvis and the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and the Beach Boys, etc. But I will still say this, that a channel like Defending Elvis will help you understand the truth about Elvis the man, Elvis's medication, Elvis's love life, the things that Elvis went through. So I feel that even though you're very knowledgeable, Stefan, I still feel that we've helped you. I still feel that we, as Defending Elvis Presley fans, want the truth. We defend Lisa as well, of course, and the bloodline, that we are here to help people that think they know a lot about Elvis, but really they need to know more. So do you understand what I'm saying to you, Stefan?
You got to bring some. There is a bad taste on your taste buds when you walk out, because you see Lisa Marie, you see her son next to her, you see Elvis. Just the whole thing is it's very dark. You don't walk away feeling good, for me personally. I'm glad you wrote the book, and you do give a light on the relationship and your time with Priscilla, Lisa Marie Presley. Links will be up here. Make sure if you guys want to order it, you can click right there. In the past, you're surrounded personally by stories and movies about Elvis, and did you see this part?
No.
Okay. No. Often seen as the guy who took the king's wife. Now, to clear the air here, because a lot of people think, oh, that was Elvis's friend. How could he have done that? Am I being too soft? Am I being too soft, am I? Come on.
No, okay. It's good at the moment.
I'll just bust your chops. Okay, you saw this part?
I've seen this, but keep going.
And, let me give you say what you have to say about that.
Well, first of all, there's, like all situations in life, not with somebody famous, but just between normal people, there's a lot of misinterpretation, misunderstanding, assumptions. That's how we are as
I can admit when I'm wrong.
We create our reality through our perceptions. So the idea that has been floated around for many, many years is that I was Elvis's instructor. I mean, many people come up to me and say, oh, how does it feel to teach Elvis Presley karate? I never taught him a lesson. And the other thing was, you were very, very close friends. I met him 4 times in my life. 3 of the times were within a minute or 2, and 1 time a little bit longer. But you can't establish the type of friendship people.
Okay. Now, he talks about the movie Priscilla, how he really felt about it. He didn't want to watch it because she's recreating the whole story. He was saying. Okay, let me see what.
On the book Elvis and Me, you know that? Did you know that?
Yeah. I remember that. You remember the movie with that was made for TV.
The 1988 TV melody.
Yeah.
She has
Let's see what we got here. I want to see what you did.
She has goals and dreams, and why shouldn't she? Like anyone else, why can't you live your dreams? Why you keep denying your power and your abilities? So listen, we all go through this. I was never that close to Elvis, so I didn't think that I did anything against him. I'm not going to go out and try to hurt him. I was as selfish as anyone else. I was trying to make myself happy, and Priscilla gave me an opportunity.
All right. So there's some of that. Let's see what we got over here. Let's see. Anybody ever come and knocking on your door as henchmen, the Memphis Mafia? You saw that? You never
I've read this book, and I know
there's one thing about worry. It does no good for anyone, especially the person worrying. What are you going to worry about?
True.
I don't agree with it.
The same thing happened to me.
Yeah. Okay, let's see over here.
The choices I made, it happens every day with everybody, sometimes 2 or 3 times in their lifetime. So this is not like, oh my God, it's so horrible what he did. No, everybody's doing this every day in every relationship. Things sometimes don't work out for whatever reason. And it's not a matter of blaming whose fault it is. Life is not about faults. Life is about making choices.
Oh, here we go.
Make a choice,
now, guys, this bit infuriates me. I know that Stefan's playing this section of his interview. This bit just drives me mad. He's just completely making excuses. Mike Stone, if you watch this isn't good enough. The fans aren't going to accept this thing about people make choices, people have consequences. No, you left your pregnant wife. You left your pregnant wife because you fancied Priscilla. You wanted to bonk Priscilla. Come on. Let's own it. Let's admit wrongdoing and say sorry and show regret. So I don't want to come across rude, but come on. Elvis deserves at least for this man to admit what he did was wrong. On behalf of his kids, on behalf of his wife, Frances.
All of this consequences, choices, all that is bullshit. I don't fall for it. Just admit you're wrong.
Did you hear the story when he last saw Lisa Marie? Did you get that?
Bye, Jane. Take care.
Yeah, check this out.
Everybody see this coming with Elvis into the future on their choices. That relationship, things sometimes don't work out for whatever reason, and it's not a matter of blaming whose fault it is. Life is not about faults. Life is about making choices. And when you make a choice,
Such bullshit.
there's going to be an outcome and consequences. Before you make a choice, you have to now think far enough in advance whenever the outcome and decision or the result's going to happen. You got to already...
Oh, my God. Look, okay. Right, I'm trying to keep this respectful. Now, Mike Stone, I just want you to say, I know that you've gone through hell because of that decision to get with Priscilla, because of those few years that Priscilla used you. Was it 4 years, 4.5 years? I actually think you genuinely did like Priscilla. I think the way you were treated by Priscilla was very cruel, Mike Stone. Yeah? But come on. Say the right stuff. Show regret. Admit what you did was wrong. Come on, you hurt people. I know you've said I hurt people. I know you've said I made mistakes, but let's get a proper apology from you. I have no hate against you, Mike Stone. Please do the right thing. You're much older now. Come on, do the right thing.
But maybe he was made a choice, right, to leave his family, and he knew what he was doing. So maybe right in that thing, he's saying, I have no guilt.
No, yes, that is what he's saying. But the problem he's got is that that's his way of saying anyone can make any choice in their life as long as they're prepared to suffer the consequences. It's okay, but it's not okay. This is where he's getting it wrong. Yes, we make choices. Yes, there's consequences, but it doesn't make it okay. Yeah,
no, you're right. Now let me ask the audience, you guys out there. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Post your comments, and I'll post it up here. I want to see what you guys have to say. Let's see what him talking about Lisa right here. I'm just going through this for everybody, so forgive me if it's sloppy, but the full episode will be on my channel. But check this out.
That people can see the end result. Then what do you expect? What do you think the results are going to be different from the choices you made? And that's when people get into denial. So everything is like a surprise. Oh my God, she died so young. It's tragic. Yes, it is. But didn't anybody see this coming with Elvis before? Did Priscilla see it coming?
Oh my God. Ugh. You know, I know Mike Stone sees himself as a very wise man who gives really good advice. You know, he even does these speaks, doesn't he? These what do you call it? These like. Oh, hang on 1 second, guys. Let me put this on.
And she tried everything she could to help him. I think she did.
All right.
The other people didn't. You know, they want to continue their relationship. Everybody has an agenda. Everybody has a reason why they do things, and it may not be harmonious for everybody. It may be agendas that is just for you. I understand that.
Yeah, absolutely. After the breakup with you and Priscilla, did you guys ever bump into each other in the world of Hollywood or no?
No, but I bumped into Priscilla.
Right, okay, guys, I'm going to have to go because the wife's back. God, that went quick. I cannot believe that we've been on for an hour and 43 minutes. That's like berserk. So I think we've really thrashed it out. I think we've really gone through it. We're going to play, as long as Stefan doesn't mind, I am going to play the part 2 of his interview, and we're going to review that. I'm not sure when. Obviously, so you know, guys, we are on live with Stefan tonight at British time 10 p.m, American time 2 p.m. tonight. So I want you guys, if you can join onto Stefan's channel. Yeah, and join the live stream. Obviously, the technical stuff I'm still learning. So please join Artist on Record with Stefan Adika. Artist on Record with Stefan Adika. Please join tonight. The more the better. The more the better. Get on there. We'll do a great little interview with me and Stefan. We're obviously, I'm there to defend Elvis and Lisa Marie and the bloodline. That's why I'm there. Yeah. Obviously, me and don't worry, Stefan. I'm finishing up now, but I just want you guys to know, all of you, please meet me tonight at 10 p.m. British time, 2 p.m. American time on Stefan's YouTube channel, Artists on Record, Stefan Adika. So let's all be there tonight. Let's really make an effort. Now, my Facebook is not working, so I can't remind any of you. My Facebook, Stefan, please send me your WhatsApp number so we can discuss things, because obviously I'm a bit worried about the technical side of StreamYard. I'm going to try and download it now onto my laptop. So if you don't mind, Stefan, please send me your number so I can add you to my WhatsApp. All of you, if you want to add me to your WhatsApp, because the Facebook page is not working at the moment. There's my number. Obviously, that's a British number. You might have to remove the 0. I think you add 044 or something like that. No, they said tomorrow. It's only 24 hours. Pat, it's only 24 hours. Yeah, so it'll be working in 24 hours. Yeah, okay. So get us on the WhatsApp, Stefan. So at least if I'm a bit worried about the technical side of joining Stefan tonight on his show, I can ask your advice. So I'm a little bit worried about that. So anyway, we've had a brilliant time. Thank you, Stefan, for joining us at Artists on Record. Thank you, Team Elvis. You've been amazing. We've all come together. I've had a brilliant time. Really enjoyed it. Loved it. Having a cup of tea with you guys. Defending Elvis and Lisa and the Bloodline. It's been great. Loved it, guys. So please, one last reminder, because I am really trying to plug the other, my other Elvis channel. I really want to get some of us on there. Please subscribe to it. It's basically Elvis Presley fan on keto diet. Elvis Presley fan on keto diet. And we'll be posting some stuff on there as well. And we will discuss the diet as well. Take care, guys. Brilliant. Thank you, Stefan. We've had a brilliant time. All the best. That was excellent. Loved it. Take care, guys. All the best. See you later, alligators.